This is Mike Penny. Mike is only allowed to kill a mob until he has a 50% chance of hitting that mob's rarest item. This is 50-50. I've developed a RuneLight plugin that tracks the amount of kills I have on every mob and will gray out the mob if I reach a certain maximum. This maximum is determined by the moment I reach a 50% chance of getting that mob's rarest drop. So let's go over the rules of the challenge. First, after the 50% threshold is passed, I am no longer allowed to kill that mob ever again. Secondly, all mobs with the same name will be put into the same category. In the game, skeletons might drop different items depending on their location. In this case, they will be lumped together and their collective rarest drop will be taken. Tertiary and rare drops are excluded from the calculation. So this includes stuff like pets or jars, and whenever a mob has one of those, they are not the determining factor for the maximum amount of kills. Fourthly, mobs that always drop the same items are exempt from this challenge. So cows or mobs that only drop bones, I can kill indefinitely. Lastly, if the mob has unique items that are listed on the collection log, the rarest of those items will take priority over every other drop. Let's take Kraken as an example. Kraken's rarest drop that is not a tertiary drop is the Trident of the Seas. Trident of the Seas has a drop rate of 1 in 512, meaning I can perform 355 kills on Kraken before I'm locked out forever. This will give us exactly a 50% chance of getting the Trident. I think this challenge is going to be really fun, as we're constantly dealing with either getting a drop or not and having to adapt and think of something new. Having said that, let's jump into it. So naturally, this account will be an Ironman. I'm not going to make it a hardcore Ironman because I do plan on dying a lot because I'm not very good at the game. But yeah, we'll talk to the Ironman tutor here and make ourselves an Ironman. Now the first thing I want to show you guys is how this plugin works. So let me just equip these things. And now if I kill a goblin, which maybe I should airstrike it, maybe it's a little faster. But if I kill this goblin, he's getting absolutely fucked up right now, as am I. I will show you the side panel here. And so the side panel, this is the plugin. And once I get one kill, you will see here, top left, Goblin have killed 1 out of 1893, which corresponds to the 50% chance of getting a grimy dwarfweed. Now, on the right here, it's going to track all monsters. You can see here there's a button to add new monsters. This is because I've not added all these monsters into the game yet, because that took a lot of effort, so I'm going to be adding them as I go. I will show you the mechanic for that later. But yeah, the goal for this episode is going to be wild, because we're going to see if we're going to be able to complete Imp Catcher. Believe it or not, Imp Catcher is actually one of our biggest roadblocks to the Questscape. My first XP lamp here from Count Check, because I'm using a Jagex account, and I will be putting this on Slayer, which I know it's only 10 XP and it's going to be very negligible, but because of the restrictions on this account, Slayer is actually going to be one of the hardest skills to level. Here's some mandatory early Ironman game content. You already know what quest we're doing afterwards. It has something to do with a waterfall. I've played this game for 20 years. You think by now I would realize that this place is not a rune shop. So I'm gonna have to go to Varrock in order to get some Earth runes. And then come back for Waterfall Quest. Fun! But I'm curious to see whether this actually carries over to the first actual time I'm gonna mine a star. Am I gonna get 300 extra Stardust? Because I am not mining this one, since, you know. Who's a good boy? There's 6 Earth runes. I swear to God, if I'm gonna place them on the wrong pillars right now, I will delete this account immediately. Ooh, Rick Turpentine event. Ah, 320 coins. Actually pretty big. Pretty big. Nice. That was really, really close. I was so nervous when I do this stuff. So I'm gonna meticulously right click everything and hope I do not make a mistake. And that should complete Waterfall Quest. There we go. This should give us, what is it, 30 strength? Yeah, 30 strength and 30 attack, which is big. We're gonna go ahead and complete Imp Catcher now. We need to talk about Imp Catcher. Imp Catcher is the only quest that stands between me and a questscape. As far as I know, Imp Catcher is the only quest that is truly RNG dependent. I have a limited amount of kills for these imps. The rarest drop of these imps is 1 in 128, which is a potion. According to this formula, I am only allowed to kill 89 imps, and I need to get all 4 beads within this kill limit. If I do not manage to get the 4 beads within 89 kills, I will not be able to complete the questscape on this account. Now, as you might have noticed, I'm a bit of a statistics nerd. I studied physics and econometrics in university, so I can't help but go over some of the statistical issues with this quest. Imp Catcher is a modified version of the coupon collector problem, which, while the drop rate of each individual bead is 1 in 25.6, because we need to get all 4 of them, and we're able to get duplicates of each bead, it is not as straightforward as your normal probability calculations. In order to actually calculate the expected number of kills we need for the full set of beads, we can use the coupon collector problem formula. So this formula states that the amount of kills we expect to do before we complete the set is given by n, which is just the amount of beads we need, which is 4, times the harmonic number for 4, which is given by this, divided by the probability of getting a single bead, which is just the probability of the individual beads added together. So that would be 4 over 25.6. Now, if we plug in those numbers, we see that we should expect to get the full set of beads between 53 and 54 kills. However, we all know how this game works. It is very easy to go dry. I only have 89 kills. Let's see if Questscape is possible. But we'll see. Ooh, I can get a Mithril one. I will get a Mithril one. There we go. This is a big upgrade for me. Actually, I might just wait out this 6-minute timer and then teleport over to Castle Wars. While I'm waiting for my minigame teleport to restock in order to get to the imps in Ardoin, I'm actually just gonna pickpocket some men, get some levels, because I'm gonna need 5 thieving anyway in order to thieve from the market stalls for the Ardoin Easy Diary. And Ardoin Easy Diary is gonna be big for early game getting around. There we go, that's 5 thieving with 25 seconds to spare. Now I can thieve the stalls for the Ardy Diary, steal cake from the Ardy market stalls. Just to hunt for these imps is either here right north of Yanil or near the Ardy Tower. And I'm not sure if there's other mobs here, but we'll have a look. Oh, gotta watch out for these ogres. Don't want to die here. Alright, we've arrived at the imps. Our first drop was these Fiendish Ashes. As you can see right here, we're allowed to kill 89, and we actually got very lucky. We already have the white bead, which is pretty big for us. So we can kill 87 more until we're locked out of the account entirely for killing imps. So let's hope we get all beads in that time. I had no clue there was a dairy cow that you could milk right here. And here's a pot of flour. So actually, if I had a bucket with me, I could immediately milk this cow and be 2/3 on my way to completing Cook's Assistant. That's the speedrun strat. Alright, come on, give me a bead. Give me a bead. Oh, yellow bead, that's big. So we're at 10% of our maximum amount of kills, and we already have 2 beads. So this is looking really good. This is looking hopeful. Level 2 prayer. Ooh, that's 100 total level. Or gaming. Ooh, back-to-back yellow bead. Unfortunately, that's a dupe. But we got plenty of time. We got 70 more kills. We should be able to get all 4 of these beats in time. Actually gonna switch over to defensive. I'm not sure why I thought slash was a good idea when my defense level is still 1. So let's just at least pump it up a couple levels while killing these imps. Oh, black bead. Yes, yes, that's big. That's good. We only need the red one now. And an individual bead is 1 out of 25. So unless we go double the drop rate, we should be good. No, it's back-to-back black beads. It's fine, it's fine. I have to say it is very satisfying looking at my screen and just seeing all these level ups. That looks fantastic. Oh, and there is the drop. That is the rarest drop on the Imp drop table, the potion, which is a 1 in 128, which is why I'm only allowed to kill 89 of them. So we got that before we got the red bead. Now officially on 1/3 of the way, and there's a red bead. Awesome. Yes, yes, we actually got very, very lucky there. In 29 kills, we've managed to complete the entire set. That is really, really nice. This means the questscape is within reach. We might just get it. Let's calculate how lucky I got there. So if we take a look at this dashboard, we can see exactly how lucky I got on the 4 beads. Now, the yellow line here, you can see is at 29 kills, which is exactly when we got the full set of beads. According to this distribution, we had a 22% chance of getting the full set at 29 kills. Within the 89 kill limit that we set for ourselves for the challenge, we actually had an 89% chance of completing the entire set. So we would have probably completed this quest 9 out of 10 accounts we would have created. And then if we scroll down, you can see that the expected number of kills needed is actually 53, which we calculated earlier. So all in all, that means we got pretty lucky, but we would have probably gotten this quest completed 9 out of 10 times anyway. So there's things I'd rather be more lucky on, like a black mask, for example. But those types of items will have to wait for later episodes. Before I hand in these beads, I actually want to show you guys something special. And that is what happens if I exceed the maximum kill count I'm allowed of a monster. Now you might think there's no monster I've killed enough times in order to exceed its maximum count. But look at all these chickens. A chicken's rarest drop is actually 15 feathers. And the drop rate of those 15 feathers is 1 in 4. This means over the course of the entire account, I'm only allowed to kill 3 chickens. The only thing this locks me out of is a certain medium clue step, which I'm fine with, so I will sacrifice that clue step right now in order to demonstrate what happens if I exceed this maximum. So let's kill 3 chickens. I'll kill 1 and then I'll get prompted. Here you will, oh no, I won't get prompted, it's already added. So that's 1 out of 3 chickens. And let's see if we get the 15 feather drop, because that is the rarest drop, and I should have a 50% chance of getting that drop, and there it is. So we got lucky on our first mob that we're gonna gray out. We got lucky, and now kill this one, and as you see, these are now all killed. They are maxed out, and I cannot attack them anymore. So that is how the plugin works once it grays out the mobs. And now I can complete both Cook's Assistant and Imp Catcher, thanks to the pot of flour drop from the imps just now. Now let's talk about some of the goals for this account. I want to complete the master level of combat achievements. Grandmaster is out of reach for me because there are some item drops that I would have to get in order to complete certain tasks, and maybe even speed tasks I would need specific gear for as well, which I don't see me getting that lucky. Now, I have never been a very good PVMer. I've only reached, I think, elite level combat achievements on my group Ironman, which is the account I main with a couple of friends. And I've only completed a handful of raids, and I've only ever completed the Inferno in leagues. This should give you an idea of how much of a struggle it's going to be for me to complete the master level combat achievements. So I hope you will bear with me while I learn to PVM with these limitations and in whatever gear I may show up in. If you can think of any other goals that might be interesting for this challenge, please do let me know in the comments. And there it is. The monumental goal we set out at the beginning of this episode is completed. That is an insane amount of progress for one episode. So in this action-packed video, we only managed to gray out one mob, which is the chicken. And we were able to get officially lucky on two mobs, which is the imp with the potion and the chicken with the 15 feather drop. Next episode, we will be tackling way more quests and way more mobs. I hope you're as excited as I am for this series. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time.